Okay, Stephen and Daniel, today is your 20-year anniversary, and I loved your love story that you shared with me. You met in Amarillo, Texas. You went to the MCC, you were a greeter, and you walked in, and I guess that was it. It was all over. You saw each other and fell in love, and your very first trip together, you said, was at the balloon fiesta in a hot air balloon, and this is the second time that you've been in one then, since you haven't been in one since then. So as we're up here closer to God and closer to the heavens, I pray that we'll just all feel and experience the peace of God and the joy of this historical occasion. Today we're here to celebrate your love, and I always like to remember that great cloud of witnesses, the people that went before us, the pioneers who worked so hard for marriage equality for our community, for our tribe. I also like to remember the couples that lived quietly in the shadows in those early years, and from the beginning of time when it became unsafe, really, to be in a same-sex relationship. And, two aunts, they were called, or two uncles that lived quietly together and yet loved each other passionately. So I believe that their presence is here with us today on this historical occasion, and they celebrate with you and your loves that you've had and will continue to have in the years ahead. We talked about the story of David and Jonathan, and it said that when in 1 Samuel, it said when David had finished speaking to Saul, who was the father of Jonathan, the soul of Jonathan was bound to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved David just as his own soul. Again, it said that Jonathan made David swear again by his love for him, for he loved him as he loved his own life. And then as David and Jonathan were parting ways, because they knew that Saul was after David, they met in the field together, and there they said their goodbyes. And they said, in the morning, Jonathan went out to the field for his meeting with David. When David saw Jonathan, he bowed down before him 3 times with his face to the ground. Then they kissed each other and wept together, but David wept the most. Jonathan said to David, go in peace, for we have sworn friendship with each other in the name of God, saying, the Lord is witness between you and me, and between your descendants and my descendants forever. And then David left, and Jonathan went back into town. Their love, I believe, was a love that was deep and profound, and that carried them through. And that I believe was honored by God. I want to share with you some words from the Massachusetts Supreme Court when they defined what marriage is. And they said that marriage is a vital social institution. The exclusive commitment of 2 individuals to each other nurtures love and mutual support, and it brings stability to our society. For those who do choose to marry, marriage provides an abundance of legal, financial, and social benefits. But in return, it imposes weighty legal, financial, and social obligations. Without question, civil marriage enhances the welfare of the community, and it is a social institution of the highest importance. Marriage also bestows enormous private and social advantages on those who do choose to marry. Civil marriage is at once a deeply personal commitment to another human being and a highly public celebration of the ideals of mutuality, companionship, intimacy, fidelity, and family. And that because marriage fulfills yearnings for security, safe haven, and a connection that expresses our common humanity, civil marriage is an esteemed institution, and the decision whether and whom to marry is among life's momentous acts of self-definition. So when we decide to marry somebody, it is the biggest risk we can take, to commit ourselves to one person for life. And really, it is not a rejection of being free. Instead, it is the desire and the courage to move into all the risks of freedom and the risk of love, which is permanent and lasting. That love which you have today is not possession but participation. And it takes a lifetime for you to learn to continue to love one another through the good times and through the difficult times. And may you know that to love another person deeply within that deepest part of our soul makes us be a part of the co-creation, which is our highest human calling. And we thank God for the presence of God here today. And I'm going to invite the two of you to turn and face each other. If you want me to hold the mic, I will. And I'm just going to ask you a few questions before you share your vows with each other. Stephen and Daniel, you have freely chosen to join yourselves together in marriage. Will you help your love to grow in the years ahead, and will you work together as you face the joys and challenges which life brings?
We will.
And will you be partners with God, the source of all creativeness, to see that your lives reveal a quest for truth and goodness through faith, hope, and love?
We will.
Will you be faithful to each other throughout your lives?
We will.
And will you let your love be a source of hope and joy and inspiration in our community and among your family and friends?
We will.
And it is your desire to share your own vows with each other that you will share from the heart and from the soul. And I'm going to invite you to do so.
Okay.
With technology's help.
With technology's help.
Daniel, today I renew my vows and commitments from 20 years ago. Just like then, and for the past 20 years, and forevermore, you are my husband, my friend, my partner, and my soulmate. You are my everything. For the past 20 years, we've had our ups and downs and turns and twists. The good times have far outweighed the bad and the not so good. And though each passing year we have made it, it seems that we become closer and closer. And in fact, every day we seem to be closer than the day before. And I'm so thankful for that. I love you so very much, and I respect you. I'm proud of you, and I cherish you, and I'm so proud of all that you've accomplished and that we've accomplished together in the past 20 years. I'm so very thankful for the lives that we've shared and for the lives that we've touched, through our relationship. As we step into the future, I will continue to cherish you and love you and hold you. Pause was just in case there's a hesitation.
Yes.
I'm so thankful for the time that we've shared, and as we step into the future, I just continue to commit to you and to cherish you and be mindful of any way that I can encourage and comfort and love you even deeper. I commit my heart to your heart, and forever and ever. You are my Daniel, and I am your Stephen.
Okay. Mine is a little bit longer. I think it's longer than her sermon, actually. So I think it's fitting that we soar into the heavens today to say our vows after 20 years together, because you are an angel to me. Being your husband is the single greatest gift I've been given. It's been said that a healthy relationship is where two people simply agree to help each other be the best versions of themselves. The husband, the brother, the uncle, and the friend that I am today is a reflection of you. And your unrelenting love for me. I get to be me because of who you are. You're my husband of 20 years. You're my soulmate. You're my hero, my best friend, my lover, and my teacher. I will always be your husband, your partner, your greatest admirer, the lover of your soul, your companion and friend, your partner in adventure and play, your student and your teacher. We have a whole bunch of living to do, a lot of adventure to find, struggles that will come, adversity to contend with, and I, with God's help, will be by your side through it all. We aren't the younger versions of ourselves that we once were. The Holy Spirit, the mighty rushing wind rushing into our ceremony here, I guess. We aren't the younger versions of ourselves that we once were. The golden years and the sunset of our lives is closer now than when we began this journey together. I think that I have very few, if any, illusions about the later years and the indignities of old age. And though I don't wish to hasten them by one moment, I do vow that I will be with you all the days of your life. I will be with you, and I will love you in this life and the next. We've been married for 20 years. We just get to have it be legal today. Our agreement hasn't changed in the last 20 years. And though I've failed many times, I still believe in what we agreed to long ago. We love each other, we respect each other, we wouldn't do anything to hurt each other. I'm more aware of what that means today, and I feel more equipped today to live into that commitment than ever before. In the last 20 years, we've known joy, we've suffered loss, we've had sadness, we've known struggles that would tear many apart. We've adapted and we've grown. In short, we've been through a lot, and most of it was my fault. Thank you for being rash enough to marry me. Thank you for being rash enough to marry me, foolish enough to stay with me, and for loving me in a way that I never thought I could ever be loved. Thank you for helping me become a Daniel, the Daniel that I believe that God intended me to be. Thank you for always believing in me, and calling me, urging me, and insisting on me being a better man. There's an old love story that was written down almost 3,000 years ago. There's an old story that was written down almost 3,000 years ago in the book of Ruth. Though the story is between two women, it's been a part of non-same gender weddings for a long, long time. Ruth said to Naomi, and I say to you, wherever you go, I'll go. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. Where you die, I will die. And that's where I'll be. That's where I'll be buried. Even death will not separate you and me. Okay, I love you. Sorry, it was long. I tried to edit.
From the earliest of times, the circle has been a symbol of completeness, a symbol of committed love. An unbroken and never-ending circle symbolizes a commitment of love that is also never-ending. Your rings say that even in your uniqueness, you have chosen to be bound together to one another. Let these rings also be a sign that love has substance as well as soul, a present as well as a past, and that despite its occasional sorrows, love is always a circle of happiness, wonder, and delight. May the rings you wear continue to remind you of the vows that you have spoken here today and the love which you have shared in the past and will continue to share in the years ahead. May we have the rings, and I'm going to ask that God will...
This is Steve's.
That's Steve's.
This is
okay.
Steve's. All right.
And let me just do a prayer blessing.
Oh,
over 'em.
we're gonna
Sorry?
do both rings?
Yeah, let's just
Okay.
put them on.
So we'll do
Steve's
Steve's right
right
there and mine
Okay,
there.
Here we go. And we ask that God will bless these two rings, bless the two who shall wear them. May their love continue to be a sacred bond, O God, and may they draw closer to you just as they draw closer to one another in their relationship with us. Amen.
Don't drop the rings.
I'm not
It's a
gonna-
long ways down to get them, and I'll make you get them. All right.
Just throw me overboard.
All right. It's a great honor to wear this ring that matches yours. It's been my constant reminder and will continue to be that I'm not alone in this world. I pray that this ring will remind you that you're not alone in this world, that you have another part of your soul with me. I pray that it will always remind you that this Panhandle boy from Dumas, Texas, that to me, you're my everything. You're my hero, my husband, my best friend, my soulmate. Let this token ground you during difficult times and always be a sign for you, pointing you back to me and to God, the giver of our love for each other. If you ever feel lost, I pray that you will know that you're not lost. You're right here in my heart and in my soul forever.
Daniel, 20 years ago I gave you this ring, a ring that has united us and been our outward and visual representation of the bond that we share together. And it's a bond that neither of us could ever imagine would be so strong and so wonderful and so beautiful. It represents the love and commitment of my heart and my mind and my soul and my very being for you. As I place I think that's God just saying, okay, you still have one more chance here. As I place this ring back on your finger, I choose you to continue to be my partner, my best friend, my companion, my husband, and my soulmate forever and ever. I love you very much.
Oh, my finger's a little fat. There we go.
Stephen and Daniel, I want to share with you some words from one of my favorite movies. I don't know if you're movie buffs, but it's from the movie called The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. And it's kind of a chick flick, so maybe you all haven't seen it, but I'm going to share with you some words. I am nothing special, just a common man with common thoughts, and I've led a common life. There are no monuments dedicated to me, and my name will soon be forgotten. But in one respect, I have succeeded as gloriously as anyone who has ever lived. I've loved another with all my heart and soul, and to me, this has always been enough. May you remember that as you continue to grow in the years ahead. And so, your journey has been one of 20 years in the making, and today, in a hot air balloon above the skies, you have celebrated that love today. And I believe that all of creation celebrates with you also, and that God looks upon you today, and God is well pleased. Remember to keep this sacred love that you have, and may it grow together in the years ahead. May you also know that the best kind of love is a love that awakens our soul and makes us want to reach for more. I believe that's been... I believe that's been a truth for you, and may it continue to be so in the years ahead. So now, with great joy and emotion, by the power vested in me as a clergy person, and by the power of your love, I declare you legally married, and I invite you to seal all of this with a kiss. And since we're up in a hot air balloon, I want to share with you a poem, kind of, sort of. It's from Dr. Seuss. I don't know if you're familiar with Dr. Seuss.
Oh, sure.
But oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to great heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have all the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
All right.
Very good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Love wins.
Thank you.
You are married.
How
It's
about
about
that?
time you stopped living in sin.
I know.
I know.